Welcome back to the Gentleman's Gazette. In today's video we discuss how to prevent dress socks or socks of any kind from sliding down your calves. In another recent video we discussed how to prevent shirts from coming untucked, and another really popular question we get asked all the time is, how do I stop my socks from bunching up around my ankles or in my shoes, and why do my socks slide down, and how can I stop that? In today's video we'll give you the definitive answer and explain to you what you should look for and what you should avoid so you always have socks that stay up and look dapper. First of all, why do you want socks that don't slide down? Reason number one, and I always hated that myself, is when socks slide down and they bunch up in your shoe, it's extremely uncomfortable, especially when you walk. And that usually happens when you are at a trade show where you walk a lot, and then you constantly have to stop, pull up your socks, open your shoes, get them back down. So it's a hassle and it's just really uncomfortable and your feet hurt at the end of the day. Reason number two is no one wants to see your hairy calves. It's unprofessional, and traditionally dapper gentlemen would always have over-the-calf socks that would not expose any kind of skin. Now, even if you shave your legs, you still don't want to expose skin unless it's maybe a hot summer day, you're wearing a pair of seersucker pants with boat shoes or driving mocs, but that's a whole different game. If you're in a professional setting, in an office setting, in a business meeting, or even on a date, keep it over the calf or keep your ankles not exposed. How do socks stay up? Basically, there are three main characteristics to consider. The most important thing in keeping your socks up is length. If you compare these two socks, they're both over the calf, but one is actually 3 inches longer than the other. And they're actually the same size. Now, obviously, over the calf is not over the calf. Unfortunately, most men's dress socks are only mid-calf or shorter, and those socks will always slide down no matter what you do with them, unless you go to a different solution like shirt suspenders, and we talk about them in a second. You cannot beat gravity with anything other than a sock that reaches just below your knee and over your calf. Because what you want to achieve is that your sock hugs your leg at the thinnest point so your calf below it gets wider. If your sock sits below it, it has this kind of shape and it goes down and will help gravity and the socks will slide down. The second most important reason is elastics. You can get cheap elastics, you can get more high quality elastics, and the amount differs as well. For example, here you have a relatively short amount of elastic. On this sock here, your elastic goes all the way from the top down to here, and that helps keeping that sock together so they stay up better. At the same time, you want a sock that is not constricting. Cheaper socks usually come with a cheaper, stronger elastic, but it's actually so strong that it pulls down your sock because it's not perfectly sized for your foot. At Fort Belvedere, we really like natural materials, and we always try to stay away from nylons or polyesters or anything artificial where we can. However, with socks, you need them to stay up. What we did though is that we used the nylon and we covered it in cotton, so your skin will only be in touch with cotton and never touch the elastic. That way you get the feel of natural fibers and the benefit of elastics so your socks stay up all day long. It actually took me quite a while to come up with this solution because a few years ago I was fed up with all over the calf socks I wore and they would still slide down, and so it took a little while to really perfect the solution, but the socks that we have now I've tested for over 3 years and they haven't failed me, and I know they won't fail you either. The third reason why socks slide down is having the wrong size. Most socks today come either in small, medium, or large, or sometimes you find dress socks such as this pair, which comes in size 8 to 12. That's just a range that is way too big, and as such, they need more elastics, more nylon, so it pulls harder, it will feel less comfortable on your foot, and it also has that tendency to pull your sock down, especially around the foot area when you walk a lot, and that causes it to slide down. Just look at the difference of my size 11 foot. Here we have size 8 to 12. Here we have a properly sized 11 sock that is exactly made for my foot and it won't slide down. So the more sizes you can have, the better, because it really works for your foot. So whenever you see dress socks that are less than 4 sizes, skip them and go with something that has more sizes, because otherwise it won't fit you and you will have problems with the socks sliding down. So in conclusion, if you want socks that don't slide down, you have to buy quality over-the-calf dress socks with the right amount of elastic in the right size. Now, if you already have a lot of short socks in your wardrobe and you don't want to replace all of them, or if you're a vintage lover, you should consider sock garters. They're also sometimes called shirt or sock suspenders, and there are different variations. Some of them are actually held in place over your knee or sometimes under your knee, and it's basically a little clip mechanism, such as with a clip-on pair of braces or suspenders. Other models actually attach to the bottom of your shirt and connect to your socks. However, I personally find it extremely uncomfortable to wear them. Also, they show if you have a thinner fabric for your pants. And overall, I'm a very minimalistic person, so I try to get the best stuff I can without having overloaded my outfit and what's underneath of it, because comfort is important in the way you look and feel. Just like with quote-unquote menswear innovations, oftentimes they fix a problem that you wouldn't have if you buy quality items to begin with. Remember the video about how to get a shirt that stays tucked in? Please watch it, and it's the exact same thing. Sometimes you'll also find tie dimples and all kinds of shirt stays. You won't need those if you simply have a proper piece of clothing in the first place. And that's what we're here to tell you about, because we teach you about quality so you can distinguish crap from good stuff without looking at the label. So at the end of the day, it's up to you whether you want sock suspenders that definitely work. However, they feel not so well on your skin, and I find them extremely uncomfortable, or you go with a quality pair of socks, you skip the suspenders, and also just imagine you're on a date and you go home feeling like James Bond. You want to prevent the situation where you actually look like an old grandpa with his sock suspenders. Chances are she won't be impressed. If you want to learn more about socks, please head over and check out our in-depth dress sock guide, as well as our colorful crazy sock guide here. For a selection of quality over-the-calf socks in 4 different sizes with elastics that won't slide down, please have a look at our shop where you can find our Fort Belvedere socks. They come in different shades, which make it very easy to combine them with your pants. And if you want to learn how to pair shoes, pants, and socks, please check out this video here. Also, we have an entire guide about that, which you can find in our shop, which comes free with the purchase of 3 pairs of socks. Simply add it to the cart.